Oh, hello. My name's Andy, and I'm super thankful for this opportunity to share our testimony with these two kids, Colin and Caden. So we first heard the news that there was gonna be a couple of kids, 12 kids that needed a home to stay. So Sean reached out to our church that if anybody in our church would be able to take in a couple of kids. And we ended up taking in 10, I think around 10 of them.
Religion that our God and Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Hi, my name is Jason Seeger. I'm one of the pastors at Revive Church in Lakeland, and that's the verse from James that kept going through my mind after I got off the phone with Sean this summer. Sean had called me and said that there was a huge need with a family. It's not that they were orphans, but there were several kids that needed a place to live, maybe for a few weeks, maybe for several months, and he wanted to know if our church family would be able to help out with that. And after I got off the phone with him, I reached out to some of our church family that I thought might be interested or able to help. And then I went and got my family lunch, and that was the verse that kept popping up in my mind, is that are we willing to put our faith into practice in order to help someone in their time of need? And the other thing that was echoing is that as the pastor of the church, am I going to ask my people to do something that I'm not able or willing to do myself? And so I went and I picked up some lunch from Arby's, and by the time I got home, we had decided that we as a family were going to take in 2 of the girls.
And the timing of that thing was amazing because first of all, I just came back from camp. So I was kind of on a camp hype, so doing all the things for God's glory, which is what we normally should do anyways. But just the timing of that made me think, okay, maybe God do want us to do that. So one thing that my mom keeps telling me is that you at least have to say yes, and if it's God's plan, He will work it out.
So fast forwarding to the next day, then we presented that need to our church. And so we wrapped up our worship service, and since things are live streamed, we turned all the cameras off and had a family meeting with our church right after the service. And this is the way I put it to them. I have a large prayer request for you. Would you pray for my family? Because here's what we're going to do. But then also shared that there's a need, and there are several kids from this family that need a place to stay. Would you be willing to step up? Would you be willing to help? And I tell you, I was just overwhelmed at the response from our church family. I had hoped that maybe we could find a place for a few of the kids, half of the kids. I was not expecting that we would be able to have all of the kids taken care of through families within our church. What an amazing blessing to see our church family step up that way. But then also above and beyond that, to see how many said, hey, I can't take kids in my house right now, but I can help with groceries. I can help with furniture. I can help with other needs. And so it really became a ministry of our entire church family for those 5 to 7 weeks that we were able to have those kids with us.
So we said yes. And another thing is, when I first moved in here with my parents, the program that I came with told them that they can't have any foster kids, and stuff like that. So, we're just gonna call and see, because it's been like 3 years. So we called them and asked them about it, and they were like, yeah, that's totally fine. Let me just check in with my legal. So they did that, and they said it's okay. So I called my parents in China, and they were open to it. They were a little concerned, but we worked it out. So everything went super smooth during the entire process. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe this is what God wants us to do. So then we did the home study stuff, whatever, stuff like that. And so then we went and pick them up. And I've been the only child for my entire life, and that's the first time that I ever had like siblings, which it's kind of scary, but it was fun from time to time. And that also gave me an opportunity to share the gospel to other people. Those 2 kids left us with a lot of memories. Taught me patience, which I still have to work on that, but taught me patience, and it disciplined me that I have to be a role model to show them what is the right way or what is the Christ way of living. So yeah, that definitely benefited both sides of the party. So yeah, thank you.
But really, it didn't end there. Even though they are back home now, they're still at our school. Last year, we started a school because we saw a need in our community. And after we took in the girls, my wife and I had decided we were going to place the ones that were with us in our church's school. And all of the other families did the same. And so even still, we're able to do extended ministry to this entire family by having the students in our school now and maintain those relationships and bless them. And so we don't know what the end of the story looks like yet. We don't know what God's going to do with all of this yet. But we do know this, that we want to be faithful. We want to be faithful with the opportunity that He's given us. We want to bless. We want to serve. And we are thankful for this opportunity. We're thankful for FX Ministries and all that Sean and his team do. And it's an amazing opportunity to be a part of that big picture of what God is doing all throughout our community.